Hello, humanity. Welcome to Humanity Ancient History. This is me, Emilio de Jesus. Now, again, I want you guys to listen to what this guy has to say. By ignoring his God mind control, he doesn't understand that all the Bibles are cancellation warnings. All right. So, as you know, Earth has three powers. We will have a lot of gamma radiation, CO2 levels, sea and river rising, lightning storms, earthquakes, sinkholes, storms, tsunamis, landslide, volcano, and a lot of forest fires. A lot of sun radiations. All right. So into that.
Now, this is going to take you to what's called the elattrageocenter.info website. And there's a lot of information there, but the link we provided brings you straight to their Schumann resonant page. But there's other information. And guys, in this chart, that's what they're talking about. And if you look, it's measured in almost 4 different frequencies. You've got at lower up to higher frequencies. And you can see what I was talking about between the 8 and 12 cycle per second is the normal range right in this area. That again that's ancient knowledge. If we look at it on a stronger graph as far as being able to visualize it, this one in the center. All right, now let me try to pull this up just a moment. Now you'll see this vary, and it depends on exactly where you're at on the Earth, and the measuring instruments are depending on if it's Earth-based or satellite. But right here you're seeing April the 8th, and the Schumann resonance, again, look at the frequencies range, 8 cycles per second and upward, and then it goes into the 9th, which is what I'm talking about now. Over here we're into the 10th, and so we're starting to see in the last few frames on the 10th an increase. But last night there was a very heavy spike. And so why would, if this is a healing frequency, just bear with me, I know it's a little strange, I've been accused of worse, would they want everyone inside? Now let's look at the magnetopause, guys, because I've never seen the Earth's shields get hit this hard and from above. It actually forced the energy of the sun, the solar wind, back towards the sun, a complete reversal, but it was not from the sun or something behind the Earth, it was from something above it. Let's take a look at this. Now you're looking at the magnetopause. We're going to look at it, this is kind of a side view. We'll look at it from the top view also. On the 9th at 5:41 UTC time, last night, things were pretty normal. The arrow that I just put on the red is the direction from the energy of the sun. And the black circle, guys, is located the Earth. And the center of that is a white circle. That is the Earth, and the white side is the sun-facing side. Kind of normal solar winds as we see the energy from the sun. It's in the large red arc, striking the shields, and the shields deflecting that away, just like an airplane going through the wind. Suddenly, at 1833-40 in that area, chaos started to hit our shields. Notice this, 1809. Now watch what's happened. Again, the energy's coming from the right of your image from our sun. As things start to change, and I'll show you a top view. This is a side view. These are satellite graphics. In other words, they're picking up the energy in the field lines. Look at this, guys. I've never seen anything like it at all. Check it out. Going into 1917 Universal Time. Completely disrupts the Earth's magnetic shield. Now the energy starts to push back towards the sun. We're going to look at 3 different graphs from these satellites. Check this out. The magnetic lines are being broken into, it's total chaos. But it was an extreme burst in the Schumann resonance. Look at this. Now, again, the energy from the sun is supposed to be coming from the right. Now, suddenly it's coming from the left. Look at the bulge in the Earth's inner shields. Right here, look at that. Now, everything in these blue lines, that's never supposed to be like this. But it did not come from behind the Earth as in a perspective as if you're between the sun and the Earth. This came from above us. Could it have been a supernova burst involved in this? There was one recorded on space weather back a few days ago. But here we go. The energy's pushing back normal direction. But now We're starting to see a second wave come in. Complete chaos. And the Schumann resonance, guys, I can't overemphasize how important that is. But no one has ever seen these graphs that you're seeing now, including myself, and I've watched them for over 10 years. Look at that. There's a second wave coming in, starting to push now up and down on the energy that's being released from the shields of our planet. The energy from the sun, again coming from the right, is being pushed back. We're still at in the 9th on UTC time. Look at that. Complete chaos starting as we get into the 10th this morning to semi go back to normal. And again, you're seeing the red build up on the right. That is the solar wind. Now again, that was side views. Now let's look at top views. And what you're looking at, guys, is 2 orbiting satellites right here. And those are GEO-ES satellites. One is a Korean satellite, by the way. And they're sensing energy coming from, again, from the top of the Earth. And as you see this explosion start to happen here, you're going to see the energy being turned back towards the sun. See these arrows in the red area that are coming from the right? They're going to actually turn back towards the sun, and they're going to continue to go out to the left. That's like a downburst of an extreme thunderstorm, guys. If you've ever been in a sailboat and been in one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Watch the arrows now. The energy has turned back towards the sun. So, and they're going back here, so it's telling you that it's a downward burst. If it was a gamma ray burst that affected the Schumann resonance and affected the Earth shields, then it would have been looking towards, I guess, north if you're in the northern hemisphere. But that's what we're looking at. It's amazing to see this. You don't see it very often, and you might want to save this video because some of this information goes down and it goes away on these websites. But it happens twice. Look at this. We're getting into the 20th. It happens again. 2 pulses last night. And so you guys that had asked me about looking at it, that's why I'm doing this video. And I wanted to throw in the part about the Schumann resonance. Look at that complete reversal. And it wasn't like we have seen magnetic reversals before that go back to theories of including a Jupiter wind. Look at that, 2100 hours. You're getting into a third pulse, not quite as strong, but by this time, 3 pulses within about 3 hours that completely reversed and pushed back the energy from the sun. Can you imagine what's going on? Now watch as we go, what's your timestamp at the top? As we go into the 10th, early this morning, we get a 4th pulse. Again, you're at 2300 hours at the top, approaching midnight. So you can see the pressure building, but suddenly a 4th burst starting to turn these arrows back towards the sun and push the energy back. It's, again, from the top. Look at that, guys. By just after midnight, complete, probably the strongest. That's the 4th pulse so far since last night. And if we look at it from the normal magnetopause where we see the actual shield lines of the planet, it's amazing what happened. Now, from a different graph, same satellite images, same top-down image as far as the way we're looking at it. These lines, or this discharge of energy behind the planet, should never reverse and go back towards the sun. And that's why I'm saying we're getting burnt off to the right, guys. You see the yellow and red triangle there? That should be on the other side of the Earth. It should not be on the right side. That's why something much stronger pulsed above our planet 4 times while most of us were inside. And you saw where Mike Huckabee was suing just to get out on the beach. So I'm not sure the Schumann resonance is what I have always said, the God frequency, and that they would do anything, including 5G and other things, to block that. But there's a verse where the kingdom of the beast goes dark, and I think that has to do with maybe EMP or not, maybe a solar event that knocks out the power grid, kind of like the Carrington event, to where this controlling frequency of the beast is eliminated. That's what we're hoping for, guys. We're watching it. You watch it. It's a heads up. Be safe.